We got excellent connection. A whole new world for me and me. All right, we're good. How's Sam doing at the tourney? Showcase. All right. Morgan. Da, 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 da. So who's got equation?
How would you find like the speed?
The phase shift? That's a good question.
Because like I have the other number.
So what's the most difficult value to find, guys? Your A, B, C, or D value? A. So if I were to draw this one right here, they know that John reaches the maximum height of 11 meters at 10 seconds. So if I make this 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then 11 meters is the max, I've got a point right there, okay? Reaches a minimum height at 55 seconds. 30, 40, 55, minimum. One meters. So if that's the max and that's the min, what's the period? You said 90? Why do you say 90?
At the maximum 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then at the minimum 55 seconds.
So the difference between that's 45 seconds, and that's what fraction of the period? That's half the period, so the full period would be twice that, so 90 seconds. Does everybody get that? All right, now try to predict when John would be on the axis.
Bro's gonna be looking.
No hate. Okay, so children, my question was, when is Johan going to be on the axis of the curve? What do you think? What do y'all think? Can we say halfway between here and there? What's half of 45? 22.5 seconds after 10, right? So 32 and a half. So there's 32 and a half, let's see. Okay, why am I asking you about that? Well, what's up? Why?
Because instead of fashion show, we're making like a chalkboard and there's no chalk anywhere.
What color chalk do you need?
Every color you have, so it's very big.
I have 3 colors, okay?
Do you have an eraser? And wait.
I have white, I have dark white, and light white.
Thank you. Were you the one whistling?
I don't know, was I whistling? Hold on, I got other colors here. Guys, look, there's something in the hall there. Don't look at where I am. Stop looking. Oh, I only have yellow.
Yeah, Jason has those.
Why?
Yeah, David.
I got two more shades of white.
Oh, really?
Yellow white and beige white. That's what I have to say. Okay. Take care. So, what were we talking about again? GST? Right on. Okay, why do you think I wanted you to know the location at this point? To figure out what the phase shift is, right? What's the y-intercept of the two curves that we are familiar with, or the two parent functions that we're familiar with? Reese? Yeah, so we're hoping to either have a point, the y-intercept being at the max, or at the axis, or at the min. Now, why would I say the min? Because if you have your y-intercept at the min, you can go with which model, and then just add a little flexion. Yeah, you can go with cosine with reflection. You know what I'm saying? A reflection this way, so your A value would be negative. So which are we closest to? None really, right? What would have been awesome? Would have been if I go this way, what's the next important point I'm going to bump into? Is it the max? Is it the axis, or is it the min? Axis? How far over is it going to be? Remember how far it was from here to there? It was 22.5, right? So 22.5 this way, your axis will be there at negative 12.5. So it really doesn't matter which model you choose. Oh, I can't wait to see your quizzes and tests. I can reuse them for next semester. They'll be blank. You know what I'm saying? Yes. 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 Why don't you explain to us how we found the 12.5? Anybody in this row, except for Chris and Zakuti. So from here to there, we discovered was 22.5? Was 22.5 from the max to the axis. From the axis to the min will also be 22.5. And then the next axis will be 22.5, and then 22.5. How do I know? Because it's half of the period. And the period we said was 45. Right? Is that what we said? Pretty sure. From 10 to 55 is 45. That's a quarter of the period. Yeah. So we know that from here to the axis it should be, again, a quarter of the period, which was 22.5. So 10, 12.5 is 22.5. Cool. Does it matter which model we choose, sine or cosine? Not unless it says to use a certain model. So I'm going to draw some arrows for you, and hopefully you will figure out what it means. Do this. That one there, probably not really desirable, right? Just because it makes things more complicated. Okay, let's go with 3 different phase shifts. So I want you to tell me, are you going sine? Are you going cosine? And then what's your phase shift? Don't worry about the A value. We're really just looking at the x plus whatever. So tell me, would you go sine or cosine if this is the point that you're focused on? you're pretending the point used to be here, and you just moved it there. So what was your phase shift? Depends on whether you use sine or cosine, right? Well, if you're focused on that, which is the max, would you be going cosine or sine? Okay, so everybody agrees that we'd be going cosine of, and then it would be x minus or plus? Minus how much? Y'all down? Okay, now we will find the A value and the B value in a second, which will be our horizontal compression factor. But if we're focused on this point here, what model are we using, sine or cosine? So we're going sine, and are we going plus or minus? For this point here, I would be using minus, just like for that point. Minus how much? Minus 22.5? 32.5, sorry? Yeah. But we actually had to work to find that point. So we would probably be more likely to use this one here. Now, there's one other adjustment you would need to make to this equation. Anybody know what it is? I understand why you're thinking sine, right? Because sine, the y-intercept is on the axis. But for the parent function of sine, you go axis, not axis. If this is the point, you're going down from it. So you should incorporate exactly a flexion. So your A value would become negative if this is your phase shift. If you didn't want there to be that reflection, this is the point you should focus on. Do you get it? So you would go sine again. What would the phase shift be? Instead of negative 32.5? Exactly, plus 12.5. You guys see it? So if we use this point here, sine x plus 12.5. Does that make sense, Jeff? Why did we go plus instead of minus? Other direction, exactly. Good? This last one here, although it's not desirable, would we go sine or cosine? Cosine. Why? Because we're focused on a point that's a min. You might say, yeah, but the y-intercept is for cos is usually max. Yeah, but it's a quick transition from max to min, isn't it? What do you incorporate? Yeah?
I was gonna say, isn't for sine shift x minus
32.5.
Well, isn't it a quarter of the period?
Yeah, a quarter of the period is 22.5,
Yeah.
but you're starting at 10. You're adding 22.5 to 10, so that's why we're 32.5. Good? So you need a reflection, and then it would be x minus or plus? I wrote minus, but I can quickly change it to a plus, if that's what's better. Minus or plus? Minus how much? I can't drive 55. Van Halen. You guys know? Sammy Hagar stage. So yes, what would be maybe even better would be for you to use max. So you'd have another min down here that you could use as well. So you guys get it? Which one do you prefer? As in x minus 10? Me too. Does that answer your question? Somebody was asking how to find C. Does that answer your question? All right. So y'all came up with an equation for this one. What's the A value? 5? Put your hand up if you got 5. So we put an A of 5 in front of our equation. And then what's the B value? 6? Is our B value? 4. How did you get 4? 360 divided by the actual, which we said was Is it 45?
No, to 9.
Oh, 90, yeah, 45 was a quarter, right? Sorry, not 90 degrees, 90 seconds, because they say from 10 seconds to 55, that's half of it, 45 times 2 is 90 seconds. So that's how we got the 4. And is there a D value? Is there a translation up or down? How much? Like that? Can we agree that that's pretty straightforward? The only difference is, instead of giving you the graph, I give you the words. Right? Word problem. But you guys can handle it. Right? I'm just going to go get some Starbucks. You guys carry on. What's up? That's the axis of the curve. Do you remember how to find axis?
Yeah.
What? How do you do it? Make sure you go max plus min. It's max first. Because when you go to do minus, if you do min minus max, you're going to get it wrong. You got to go max plus min or max minus min. Max is first. You know what I'm saying? This one here, because there's a reflection. Because sine usually does this. That's the axis. Sine goes like this. So you're on the axis, but you go up. If this is the point that was here, and then I translated it, it's going down. It's going down to this point. So that's not what sine does. Sine usually goes up from the. So you have to say, oh, I must have reflected it as well. So that would make it look like that. Well, it depends. If I use this point, then yes, because cos is usually at the max to begin. But if you're going to begin down here, then that means you're reflecting it. Okay? So, y'all ready for the second one? What do we got? John's height. Let's see their equation. They got that, they got that. They got that. Boom. And so this is the equation they came up with. Do we have the same? Why do they have minus 10? Oh yeah, we do. Okay, good. So look what they did with their equation. What did they do? They predicted John's height 78 seconds after the start of the ride. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Because maybe you're trying to deliver a corn dog, pogo, funnel cake to John. Yeah, but it would be easier to give it to him when he's 1 meter off the ground. And you just go, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to 11 meters. So you can predict how long it'll be before he's at 1 meter, then you can hand off. Or you could also use the same equation, ladies, or you could also use the same equation to predict at what time the person will be at a specific height. You understand? All right, good. Next one, flagpole. You know, the poles that you hang a flag on. Yeah. So the top of a flagpole sways back and forth in high winds. The top sways 10 centimeters to the right, 10 centimeters to the left. You might say, well, which direction is negative? Up to you. In the question, they specify, we're going to call to the right plus 10 and to the left minus 10. Cool? So, yeah. See if you can figure it out. Stop looking and start writing. The whole new world. Yo, you're not writing anything.
Show them to see too. Look over.
Tristan, that's what I'm talking about, Tristan. That is working. I knew it was yours because you did it yesterday.
There were agreements away. There was just signed.
Throw that up.
Range have anything to do.
Throw stuff at me.
Oh, yeah, I know. We're gonna waste so much time. We're gonna waste so much. What? Boiling water.
You missed.
I got it in.
Only the mud.
It hit the thing,
And then we stick it to.
You just got your piece, bro.
I can report you for violence.
Killing the airplane.
I like you, man.
You have to go like right next to
Who's Riley at?
What is this thing, Turtle?
I don't think I added this quiz to the nurse yet, but I will.
Then it if this is the code of the news code, if the administration code, then if it's the middle of the code, then
Check if I change your Matthew. Matthew, if I change your Matthew.
That's what I said. That's what
What did Matthew
Oh, I didn't do it
Guys, if I just gave you back your Unit 5 test and you had made corrections, give it back to me because I didn't bless you up yet. You know what I'm saying?
When are we getting lunch?
Yeah, today you can come at lunch and finish. All right, so what do we have for equations here? Boys and girls, drawing a quick diagram will help you visualize, right? So if we look at the question, what's the max going to be? Come on, guys. Flagpole. What's the max? 10. What's the min? Minus 10. So when you're drawing a sketch, and you know your max goes as high as a certain value and as low as another value, and they're basically equidistant, then you locate your x-axis in the middle. Sometimes your x-axis will be up here, sometimes it'll be down there. Okay, so there's our flagpole question. This right here will be time. This right here will be whatever. You might say distance from center. Plus 10 in one direction, negative 10 in the other. At time 0, the pole was momentarily at its resting position. So what point does that give me? The y-intercept is going to be where? At the origin juice? You guys down with that? Excellent. Well, that makes it easy. What model are you thinking right away? What else? It started moving to the right. Determine the equation that describes the distance resting, blah, blah, blah. Moves back and forth 240 times every minute. So let's do this. How many periods have I drawn? I haven't finished drawing, but how many periods? How many?
3.
No.
4.
One.
No. No. Maybe.
1.5.
What? 1?
1.
How many people say 1? How many people don't say 1? People that didn't put their hands up, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Participate. Anyway, yes, 1 is correct. You understand why, right? Because if you start on the axis and you go to the axis, you're only halfway through the period. What is this value right here? You go 240 times every minute. Now that's moves back and forth 240. So I'm going to guess they're saying back and forth this 240 times in a minute. That's 60 seconds. So what would this value be? A quarter of a second? Does that seem reasonable? Chris, does that seem reasonable? What am I talking about?
Scale.
Why?
I don't know. That's what you talk about scale.
Really? So, everybody understand where I got that from? Because they said you went through 240 cycles, 240 periods in 1 minute. So what's the period going to be? Well, if you go 240 in 60 seconds, so 60 seconds divided by 240 is 1/4. So the period is 1/4 of a second. Good? So this will be 0.125. Anyway, curve should look something like this. And then you come up with your equation. You got your equation here? Yes?
I'm not sure about the sine, but I have 10 sine and 5.
So your C value is what, sir?
I'm not sure. Does the other equation
Do you guys see a phase shift?
No, so do I just do that whole thing?
Well, it's zero.
Okay, so
So
then I
your
did,
C value is zero.
yeah, so I did 10 sine, 0.25, and then
Okay, you gotta be careful, it's not 0.25. Plus, your C value is zero, what's your D value?
the ax is 10 minus 10.
So it's zero also, correct? So your C value and your D value are zero, but that number is not correct. That's your period. So how do we find that? Here's a trick for you. The period is usually 360. Our period is 0.25. Did we compress it? Did we take our curve and compress it? So then this number should be a big number. So you got 360 divided by 0.25 and you get 1,000. 1,040?
Yeah, 1,400.
Is that good? Right on. Let's check. What's up? Because in 60 seconds, you did 240 cycles. That's what they said here. It goes back and forth. The flagpole does this. This is one cycle. Back, forth. It did that 240 times in 1 minute. So how long did it take to do it once? It's 60 seconds divided by 240 times. So it's a quarter of a second every time it does this. You understand? That's the period. What's up? No.
Why?
Yes. Maybe.
The period.
Is.
Shouldn't it be like multiplied with like the thing that we found? Like,
No, because I already went. I didn't go from here to there. I went from here to there. That's a full period.
back and forth, like it starts from the middle, right?
Yeah.
It goes back and forth, like min and max, but it's just the quarter of it.
They mean you did the whole thing. So I think that's what they mean. That's what they did for the calculation here anyway. Good? But I understand what you're saying. 1440. And why did they have a phase shift? Oh, okay. There's a different. Okay, no problem. So we're good? What's up? Well, you have to pick which one it looks the most similar to. So if you look at that curve, does it look more like sine or like cosine? Well, this is what sine looks like. The y-intercept is at the axis of the curve.
At 0, 0.
Argentine.
At the point of nothingness.
Yes. Which I'm pretty sure it's in this row right here.
What?
What?
I didn't say anything.
Cosine looks like this. So which one is that one? Looks like this one. So that's why I chose sine. But you could use either one if you wanted to. If you use this one, you're going to have a phase shift. So your C value will no longer be 0. Cool? So just a little bit more complicated, that's all. All right, one more. Because we got time. All right, no more. Because I got done there. Any questions? You guys feeling this? You pumped for your quiz tomorrow? Okay, I'll move tomorrow's quiz to Monday. Al, what's the quiz on? What's the quiz on Monday? Monday. Yeah? Okay. Okay. You should probably leave now so that you can bring me back my Starbucks before the beginning of next period. Yeah, you're going. Yeah, you promised. Say that again. Here. No, stay here. Stay here. Yeah. All right, you're good. Don't change anything. Just, no, there's no. What's up? No, it's in 60 seconds. You do it 240 times. Okay? So if it in 60 seconds you did it 60 times, what would the period be? If you do 60 cycles in 60 seconds, what's the period? The number's the same, 60 and 60. 1 second, right? Okay. Now, are you going to have, when you do 240, take more than a second or less than a second for each?
Oh, that plays really good, boy.
Okay. I'm going to wave 60 times in 60 seconds. How long does it take me to wave once? 1 second. Now I'm going to do 240 times in 60 seconds. Is the period going to be more than 1 second? See you later. Less than 1 second. So that's how you can figure it out. You have two numbers in two. One of them is big, right? The number of waves is big. It's the number of seconds divided by the number of waves. 60 seconds, 240 waves. 60 divided by 240. Okay?
Hey guys.
What's up?
Are you using my coffee cup?
Well, yeah, I'm using it. Look,
Okay, you liking it?
it's a delicious coffee cup.
And
I just wish it came with donuts or something.
yeah.
Okay, what else now? Can you have a donut? Oh, that's for my class.
That's your class?
No, my period 2 class.
Let's add them in your period too, because I can get it by
Okay.
mine.
Come back and ask Erden for his. Here, he gave me a.
Thank you.
No problem. Here, I'm gonna give you one of these if you want. Hey, Stella, what's going on? Oh, you're waiting for her? Do you guys want some chocolate pecans? I already gave you a donut. It's one or the other. What do you want? Oh, you are looking at me. There's a Kleenex box. There's a paper towel dispenser. Okay, well, then tell me it's empty. Here, look. This is how prepared I am. You're welcome. Julia, chocolate pecans? Stella, you don't want it? What? This guy.
If you compare this to the chocolate pecan, this is so lame. If you think about it.
Give me back my donut then.
Wait, can I get a donut, sir?
Do you want your donut?
Yeah. You get donuts or chocolate pecans?
Donuts and donut.
So, my name is Patrick.
Yeah.
We have a test section too.
Yes.
We have another
Oh,
quiz.
yeah, sir. Both of you.
The trigonometry quiz.
Trig identities?
Okay,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll probably do it next week, but they're easy quizzes.
so Monday quiz, Tuesday test.
No, the 2 test is going to be more like Thursday.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care. Hi. What you guys doing? What does your shirt say? Muscle Beach. Is that in the mall? Okay. Right on. I like it. Yeah. Hey guys, since you guys are nice and early, you get to pick between one of these donuts or some chocolate pecans. Sam, what'll it be? Donut or chocolate pecans? Donut? Jacob, what'll it be? You're welcome. The chocolate pecans are here. Yeah, take a few if you want chocolate pecans. Yeah, one or the other, unfortunately, because I won't have enough donuts. I don't think. Right on. Boys, donut or chocolate pecans? Go for it. Neil. Or you have a choice. You can have a donut instead. Do you want? You're not allergic to pecans, are you? All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is Yamon here today? Jamon?
No, I really like this book. That's why I don't like taking notes. I feel if I don't take notes, I'm not gonna remember.
I haven't read it because I've been writing my essay. I missed those 2 days, so. Yeah, this week.
Hey,
Hi.
where's your uniform? Get over
Where's your
everybody else. It's you and everybody.
Where's your uniform?
This is it. This is my Friday uniform.
You know you're not.
Listen, guy, I'm allowed to wear whatever I want. Oh, Clint Eastwood, make my day, guy.
But what are these?
Well, those are donuts and these are chocolate pecans. You get to choose one or the other. Yeah. You going donut? All right. Wow. How many pieces of gum you got? Okay, that's all right. Two's
But
reasonable.
they're like the big Hubba Bubba ones.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Respect. I like that guy. So, Yamon, what are you hitting? Donut or pecans? Chocolate pecans.
What do you get?
Costco.
Give a little sniff.
They're all right, eh? Whoa. You better be careful, man. You might trigger the other Bridget. Okay,
Oh, she knows her place.
guy, you get to pick between donut or chocolate pecans.
I already got a donut.
You got the donut?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
Like I came and I ran myself and I got them.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yamon, where are you going? Is that an iPhone or?
Can I get a quick visit?
Are you gonna give me a free sandwich?
I'll give you a discount, but not afraid.
Free sandwich? Are you gonna let him go jump in the gym for free?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
good.
let anyone when I'm working. One thing about me is that like I always give away free things when I work somewhere. I used to work at the McDonald's on St. Joseph, and if I knew anybody who came through the drive-thru, they're getting free stuff.
Oh, you don't
They're
get
getting
work
free
at
stuff.
McDonald's, so that's the difference.
Mister, but like McDonald's is like so easy. It's so easy to get away with it. Like with anything. It's so easy when you work there. Like, oh my god, it's
Yeah,
so
but you gotta look at the ethics behind it too. You know, it's not.
But I never worked there again. The stuff they do in that food is so gross.
I be munching on that now, though.
Huh?
I be munching on
As
that.
long as I don't know, I'm good. What do you want? Chocolate pecans or donuts? Go for it.
I didn't like it.
They're all right. They're not super sweet.
It tastes like bread to me. I want some pecans.
So there's nothing to do today, right?
What's that?
What's up, gang?
What's that about? What's that about? I don't understand. For what?
Like, there's a guy on camera that shows his upper body, and it'll show his hands, and it'll jump, and it'll smack you. And then you get like bummed, right? But nobody knows what it is. It's like a mystery.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But, because you don't see his.
I can't
Hey,
this.
how you doing?
I need a deadline.
Donut or chocolate pecans? Oh, you did? Okay, good. That looks so funny.
I think I learned how to do it.
I'm not small, bro. I literally weigh more than you.
And you're fresh.
Yeah.
Major mint. Senior mint, yep. Senor mint.
Alright, what are we doing? Let's do something fun.
You know it's all, yeah.
What do you,
Yeah,
where's
she
my,
told me.
where's my,
I'm gonna fill up my water bottle, but not in the toilet.
Hurry up.
Man, imagine I got sauce on that. Just be like,
All right.
sometimes it's like this. But then you do it with no hands. I'm like, what?
Sorry, that wasn't even a minute.
Respect. Oui.
Aujourd'hui, hier, je faisais jouer au basket, and he almost like fucked up in the way. So now he's in the awkward position.
How do you know?
I was wondering if you had something
I don't think
like
I
that.
can.
And if you have crutches.
I can see it.
I have crutches. What do you want? Yeah, you can borrow them. Do you want a tensor or what do you want? Tape?
No hands?
I guess tape.
So what moved? Your kneecap?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Is it back?
Boy, it's back. He said it's so awkward in the. I don't know. I can put it. So whenever I'm standing,
Where the sound of feet?
So contradicting, bro.
That's my
I love it.
You stuff on it, or you just want to stabilize
So
it?
hard not to get canceled.
You just gonna stabilize it?
Yeah.
So
Yo, I never used it wrong.
what you want to do is you want to tape it like
And I'm like, no. If you actually breathe, if you actually
Tape it
breathe,
like
what I
that?
said, it actually helps.
and same thing the other way. And then
And then
wrap.
I
Man,
don't
such a
even
sweet
like,
guy.
I don't even wanna. I
Man.
mean,
You have it like this?
Really,
so
man.
I'll end up just taking
I love you, man.
screenshots
You know.
of what I said and circling.
It's going
the answer.
I'm not, bro. Nah, my dad's
Mais
like,
quand tu fais le tour, tu dois déchirer.
Oh, okay.
what the hell is
Tu
he
peux
writing
continuer à
away?
faire le tour, tu fais un tour, tu déchires, tu fais un tour, tu déchires, juste pour barrer les deux.
Why do we get butter out of an almond?
Près de la
All
rotule.
of this would be a little bit
Ça
easier,
marche?
you know, all of this would,
Et
you
puis,
know, be a little
prends-toi
bit,
des béquilles.
like, I would be a little bit, you know, if you have work, but, I mean,
Tu me ramènes les béquilles lorsque tu les as plus besoin, d'accord? What are you doing? Bonne fin de semaine. Oh yeah? Too much mouse? Really, eh? I'm just wondering about. Oh, I imagine it is strenuous, but it's usually finer stuff, like with the fingertips. A lot of times it's mouse work and wrist position when you're on the keyboard. But I guess it could be the trombone. Yeah. I see.
Sorry, I got crazy wrist work.
Oh, maybe. But you gotta work hard to get. Guy, that's garbage. That's not recyclable. Doesn't mean it's recyclable. The only things that are recyclable are the numbers. If you look at the plastic, and it's got to be clean, it can't be dirty. Yeah, garbage. What's the number on it? Yeah, there's a number in the triangle. If it's more than I believe 3, then it's, yeah, that's fine. And it's clean. Yeah, recycle. All right. Where is everybody?
Don't matter, sir. You gotta go on.
Yep, the All Stars are here. That's all that matters. Man. Okay, Chloe, Chris, Holly.
and then somebody else, the same thing.
Man, I can barely hear Bridget. Barely hear you.
Usually we just like have some small talk for the first like 30
Well, I just asked, but nobody's answering. I said, what's going on this weekend?
This weekend, sir.
minutes. This
John's
weekend,
in the United States playing frisbee.
Who is?
John.
Oh, yeah? There we go.
Sir, sir,
Cool.
I'm taking a vow of Bob Marley.
A vow of Bob Marley, yeah?
Yeah,
What do
so
you-
I'm only listening to reggae
Yeah?
for the next 2 weeks.
What's your favorite?
Who's that?
My favorite what?
Your favorite Bob Marley song?
Oh my
Well, I
god.
didn't grow up
Probably
here.
should
I
be
can
like,
remember
or maybe like,
Oh, that's a good
or
one.
maybe, roots rock reggae. That
I
one is
don't
so
know,
good.
I'm not sure I know that one.
Yeah, it's not like one of his very popular ones.
I gotta look it up. Roots Rock Reggae. Let me check it. Yeah, no, respect there. He's pretty great. Buffalo Soldier. Where's Alicia at? Okay, Brigitte's here. No, huh? Well, Mother's Day, so I think I'll invite my mom over my parents over for dinner Sunday, and Saturday, dirt biking, yo. Gonna go for a rip, bud. What?
After I'm graduating, sir, I'm coming to your door. I'm knocking on. We gotta go dirt bike.
Let's go. I'll bring you to Area 31. Not too far, and not too crazy, so you'll survive. GCADs,
Is it like riding a bike?
my doof, it is, except it weighs 250 pounds and goes a little faster. Yeah, we'll get you all hooked up.
I can learn anything, bro.
Yeah. Dish, 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 eh? What's that called? The block? Just do it, right? Yeah, just make the noise. The noise is half of the intimidation factor.
Yeah.
Juicy J. Where's Jet? He never misses. Except when he goes to Vietnam. Okay. No, I saw him yesterday. I'm shocked about this.
I got the wildest farmer's time this week. I was wearing a tank top and I was playing tennis with those guys in leadership. And I got home and it was so funny. Like, I don't know how to-
Okay, so, all right. So yesterday I started explaining to you 3 letters. It was an acronym. Y'all remember?
ABC.
P. Close. First letter was right. P was also the name of a not so famous game show. Chain reaction. Polymerase chain reaction. No, I was looking up a song. PCR, yeah. PCR, polymerase chain reaction. Brigitte, what's the song?
It's open book this one.
What are we doing for lunch?
I think like enthalpy or whatever.
Oh.
You having enthalpy for lunch?
The table gets like all together. That was on you. I'm good for that.
Why do you do that? You ask what's for lunch and then you get a Mr. Holmes meal.
What's for lunch? It's like Miss Rose. Oh yeah, this guy. I've seen this guy.
You mean this guy?
I know.
The guy.
I went to school with him. He's literally right there.
Oh, I'm supposed to stop my stream.